What's good, world? My name is Jay Lux, and today we are reviewing a 2021 Toyota Camry. Now, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill grandma Toyota Camry. This is the XSE trim, and it's not just a XSE trim, it's the sport package. But it's not just a sport package, this one is also a hybrid. And at After Fossil, we not only review electric vehicles, but we review hybrid and alternative vehicles. The Toyota Camry is known to be the mommy mobile or the grocery getter, but recently in this generation, we've seen this one tricked out. They have a TRD package that is more performance based, but this one gives you not only the looks, but the efficiency.
Here's some stats on the Camry. Now what I want to know, and what you may want to know, is can we embrace this efficient vehicle? If you have an electric, hybrid, or alternative fuel vehicle, stock or modified, and would like to be featured on the channel, email afterfossil@gmail.com.
If you've been at a car show in the last year or two, you might see one of these on the showroom floor or even tricked out in the parking lot. And this thing actually has an aftermarket, a pretty decent aftermarket. So you can change a lot of things with it. And because it's such a striking design, it already feels and looks sporty from the jump. So we'll get into the review, but before we do that, if you please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, we would appreciate it. After Fossil is a growing new channel, but we have a lot of great ideas coming forth in the future. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe. All right, so let's talk about the front end styling. Here you have an all LED headlight that includes the turn signals, the low beams, and the daytime running lights. And the daytime running lights are really striking. The whole front is very aggressive. You have a large angular grille here. You have a lower valance here that is also in black. You have black accents in the headlights themselves, but these are unfortunately not active air ducts or not active grills. But you know that this is the hybrid version of the Toyota Camry because of the blue accent piece in the Toyota emblem. The hood is well sculpted, give you an aggressive and angular look to complement the rest of the vehicle. This vehicle sometimes can be considered to some people a little bit over-styled with its angular lines and its very over-aggressive front fascia. I kind of teeter on it being a little bit over aggressive, but that's what makes this particular generation so compelling, is that out of the box it gives you a lot of the styling that you would find in the aftermarket with the bumpers and the lines and the different accents. All right, so here's the heart of the Toyota Camry. We are reviewing a 2.5 liter inline four that makes 176 horsepower and 163 pound-feet of torque. But because it's a hybrid, we add the electric generated motor. So the gas engine acts as a generator to the electric motor, so you never have to plug in this vehicle, which is a great alternative to the plug-in hybrid. The electric engine offers an additional horsepower rating that brings up the horsepower to 208 horsepower and 182 pound-feet of torque. All right, so let's talk about the rear styling. You have full LED taillights, a black gloss black spoiler. The Toyota emblem has that blue effect here, and you have a diffuser here, or a integrated bumper slash diffuser that gives it 0.5 coefficient drag. Let's just call it that. Anyway, because this is a hybrid, you unfortunately do not get the dual exhaust like on the V6 or the TRD versions, but it is a dual outlet on the left side here. So you have ample trunk space. And no, it is not an automated trunk lid, but you do have 15.1 cubic inches of trunk space. All right, so let's talk about the styling on the side here. You have this really broad character line, and we have here the wind chill pearl white. And this is a winning combination when you add the gloss black roof and the gloss black mirrors. You have black rims here in 19-inch alloys, in gloss black as well. The disappearing roofline character here, I like how the door handles integrate into the character line here. You have lower body skirts here, and overall it's a really attractive vehicle. This particular model does have the windows tinted, so you get more of an aggressive look, and that's just an added touch. All right, so the inside of the Toyota Camry XSE Hybrid, and I have to say, this is one of the nicest interiors I've been in. The red leather is really, really top notch. It sets the whole interior off. You have a instrument cluster here that has a full color display, and unfortunately no tachometer, but it does give you a gauge that tells you when it's charging, when it's in eco mode, and when it's in full power mode. You have a leather wrapped steering wheel. This model has the option of the heated steering wheel, so that is a nice feature. And even though it is a CVT transmission, it gives you this illusion of a regular conventional transmission that shifts through the gears. So you have these sport paddle shifters for the plus and minus. The buttons on the steering wheel are really nice. I would prefer that they have a little bit more feedback because they feel a little numb when you go through the volume and the track controls. The interface here for your multimedia display is really nice, very easy to read, very large fonts. I really like that they have buttons. A lot of automakers are doing away with buttons, but this is enough buttons to be happy with, especially when you want to toggle through different settings in the infotainment system. They have the buttons for the climate control. This has dual zone climate control, so that's nice. So to not have a screen for something as simple as the climate control is ideal for me. I don't know about you. But what's really at home and what I really appreciate is the standard shift knob. Please, oh my gosh, please automakers, keep the shift knob. You have ample storage here. You have storage here. That's very convenient. I really, really like this red. Cup holders that are here. This car has the option of the wireless charging for your phone and other devices. You have the sunroof here. That gives it a nice touch. And I think you can option out for the panoramic sunroof. The visibility is very good. You have leather stitching that is white here on the door panels. The switchgear is pretty normal. Nothing very spectacular. Look, very, very nice space, headroom. The stitching here is perforated, and you have this nice gray line in the middle of the seats. This character line that flows all the way up to the instrument or the gauge cluster is very nice. All right, so the back seat of the Camry, pretty standard. Unfortunately, you don't get a lot of creature comforts here in the back seat, but you get the beautiful seats, so that should be enough, right? So you do have some climate control vents here, and unfortunately this area is empty, so no charge ports or auxiliary ports here, but you just get a really nice view of the seats. Everything is pretty nice. The headroom is really good. Again, I'm 5'7", so it's more than enough room for me and probably anybody who's larger. More red here on the doors. One great point about the interior is you do get what looks like a full LED interior lighting system, and that's really great. I think that adds a little bit of nighttime ambiance for you. All right, so driving the 2021 Toyota Camry, the hybrid version, Sport Package XSE. I will say, for it to be a larger 4-cylinder with a electric aided motor, is pretty peppy. I like the response on the throttle, especially with the fact that it is a CVT. I've driven other CVTs from Honda and Nissan, and they are lackluster. They had a lot of lag, and honestly, they didn't even sound that great. I really like the visibility. It's a very easy car to drive, and like I had mentioned before, the seats are a little distracting because they're so nice. I kind of just want to look at them all the time. But otherwise, everything is very tight. The steering has a great feel. It's very precise, very easy to turn. It is a bit stiff, and that's good when you have kind of a sport-like feel to the driving experience. So the screen on the dash, it is not the biggest and brightest thing. It is a full color display, so you get your greens and blues and reds and whites and blacks, and it offers like different information and different screens. It has a digital speedometer, which is really nice. It could be a little bit larger, but that's okay. You have different drive modes and things like that. You have a toggle switch here on the left side that gives you your lane keep assist and gives you information about your audio tracks and gives you your tire pressure and other assorted features. The braking is very good. It does have the regenerative braking, so you feel the pull occasionally, and with the assisted electric motor, sometimes when you come to a stop, you can kind of feel the vehicle lunge forward. The seats are well bolstered, and as I go through this turn, I really stay in one place. We're getting on the highway now. This car has a number of safety features. You have blind spot monitoring, you have lane keep assist, a backup camera, no 360, but it's a very vibrant camera. You can see everything, and it gives you the parking assist feature. So my first time driving a car with lane keep assist, it can get a little weird feeling because the car feels like it's driving itself when you want it to do something. If you're unfamiliar with the rules of the road to actually put your turn signal on every time you merge into another lane or make a left or right turn, it will fight you. So just keep that in mind. So that is something that you definitely need to get used to because it will force you back into the lane moderately aggressively. Like it will. I know that there are a lot of questions about hybrids and electric vehicles in the community right now and what their future will be for the normal commuter, the car enthusiast, and anybody in between. But obviously they are here to stay. And with this particular hybrid, I would say this would be something that I would consider. They have kind of perfected the idea of you owning a hybrid. You get the eco mode when you want to, so the electric motor kicks in at lower speeds, and then when you need a little bit more aggression or you need a little bit more power, it comes on tap. It comes on tap pretty much seamlessly. I would never say this before I drove a Camry hybrid, but I would consider buying one of these. At the end of the day, it makes sense.
Not only can this hybrid be embraced, but it is for sure the first JDM worthy Camry. Thanks for watching.